It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Zach Brown in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Working from the gun, Wentz. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Well, that certainly looked like the Torrey Smith we knew in Baltimore. A guy who can just run past defenses, and what do they say?
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Preston Smith coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. They do go for it. It's Wentz. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Following the interception, Cousins. And his throw is incomplete.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That give him a little...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
Yeah, he did. From midfield, here's Wentz. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. From the gun on third down, Wentz. And that's caught by Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Wentz now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
To throw is Wentz. Caught right side. It's Jeffrey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body. Ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The rookie from Alabama, Jonathan Allen, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been dead.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Torrey Smith, his first touchdown as a member of the Eagles. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And Reed with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Cousins on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Cousins. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Timmy Jernigan able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. 2nd down, Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hall. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Jordan Reed has it. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
I don't think there's any question that Jordan Reed is as athletic as any tight end in the league. All right, I don't think there's any debate about that. The hard part is just him being able to be healthy.
And when he's on the field, though, boy, does he take them to another level, doesn't he?
He certainly does. Changes the game for them because they can use him in so many different spots and create mismatches against the defense. Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Fletcher Cox breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the pressure gets to him again. Brandon Graham in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. And that is no good. The 2nd quarter score from Cincinnati, and the Bengals out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Wentz now on first down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Wentz to throw on second down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The rookie from Alabama, Jonathan Allen. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. A final shot before half for Wentz. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Vinny Curry in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. From the gun, here's Cousins. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the play. A first down throw for Cousins. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. Throwing, Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. 23 yards on the play. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Going right side here, and that's complete. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
A second down throw for Cousins. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again.
Now P. is stripped of the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Pardon me, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
They'll begin here with Blunt. And he'll be taken down at the 18. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And he'll hit Jeffrey, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Wentz going to give this one to Blunt. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Working from the gun, Wentz. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Shotgun now for Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And this is something that you know that they're emphasizing, you know they're working on, but it has to improve. Carson Wentz lost 14 fumbles as a rookie, and the NFL is just different. When you're in the pocket, you're always at risk of that ball being jostled out.
And if memory serves, those 14 fumbles tied with Carson Palmer for most in the NFL. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Fresh set of downs here. Cousins again. And this was complete to Smith. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 20. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Flush to his right. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Wentz will try again on second down. Flushed out right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
Nice movement there by Carson Wentz outside of the pocket. Completes another pass. Help me out here, partner. He's not sneaky athletic. He is athletic. How many times do I have to say it?
Yeah, you've been making that declaration for a while. And at 6'5", he ran a 40 of 4.77. So not only big, but he can move.
That's a good time for a quarterback. He and Andrew Luck, similar physiques, similar athletic ability.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he comes back with one complete. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Again, it's Wentz. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Preston Smith coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they're able to get this one down to the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On first and 10, here's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit,
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the interception, Cousins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself...
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Brandon Graham in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Third and long for Cousins. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. And he'll keep this one away from Sproles as this is angled toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. From the gun, it's Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. That one goes for 24 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now, Wentz again. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz from 8 yards out. And the Eagles get a score closer. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. So out now come the Redskins. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 40. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Here's Wentz to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. It's P-Ryan to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Torrey Smith, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the 4th quarter now. The Raiders have extended their lead. A win would be their first of the young season. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They start on the ground with P-Ryan. Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A big play there. 67 yards. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Screen pass to Blunt. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Throwing is Wentz, and incomplete. LeGarrette Blunt was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they put
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The rookie from Alabama, Jonathan Allen. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The rookie from Alabama, Jonathan Allen. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play here.
We'll see what they do in this situation. Cousins here to throw. Crowder's got it over the middle. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Cousins. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Fletcher Cox able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. 4th down, Cousins. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at Week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in Week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now Wentz. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Zach Brown getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. One final try now for Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 12. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no.